Hi, and welcome to this tutorial for logging in to the 2020 Virtual Event Platform. First, we're going to click on this green button, saying Let's check in. You will be presented with this screen. You can either use the app to scan this QR code, or you could just enter your email and password provided to you in the registration mail. Once you log in, you will be presented with this short animation. I'm going to click through it. You will enter this screen welcoming you to the conference. For now, we're just going to enter the lobby. Once you're inside the lobby, we are first going to announce ourselves to Bridge to Food to make sure they know we have arrived on the platform. So please head into the company's page, click on Bridge to Food, and click on Nina. She will be your direct contact person. Click on Connect and open a chat. Here you can send her a message that you just have arrived on the platform. She will be responding and asking that she will be with you in a moment, as she will quickly walk you through the platform again when you have arrived on your day of your presentation. Next, to head into your session, please go to Program. Enter your my very important session. You can do this by clicking on it, and you will be shown as a speaker. You can now enter the room. You can enter the room 3 hours prior to your presentation. Once you have entered, you will be shown this screen. Please always accept this pop-up asking you to use your webcam and microphone, since the software will be needing this. You can now view yourself to see whether your webcam is working, and you can see whether your microphone is working. For now, I'm just going to keep my microphone and camera on. Once you're inside the session, you are able to view yourself through this screen. We're going to go through the functions from top to bottom on the left side. But first, let me quickly tell you something about this function. When you have multiple people in session, you can also click here to change the view to tiled, for instance. This way, you make sure that you are able to view everyone in session, all of their faces. You can also switch to thumbnail or full screen, which is the view I am in now. So, going through the functions from top to bottom, we first start at the camera. We can change between the quality, depending on the bandwidth we have available. We can also turn the camera off by clicking on it, and we can turn it back on. We can do the same for the microphone to mute ourselves. Below that, we have the participants view. Inside this view, you can view your audience and the speakers with you in session. We also have this button. If you want to, for instance, talk privately with the other panel members in session, you can first lock the lobby. When someone tries to enter the session, a participant, they will be placed inside the lobby, as you can see. Once you guys are ready, you can disable the lobby, which results in all of the audience entering the session. They are now able to view and hear you. Inside this view, you can also see when someone is trying to ask a question. When they place a request to broadcast, this will be shown like this to you. You can click on it and accept. This makes them viewable to everyone in session with their face and microphone on. So you'll be able to directly interact with the one trying to ask the questions. From there on, we move to conversations. In this view, you are able to chat with everyone in the session. You can also switch between just a speaker's conversation. This makes it possible to textually interact with all the other speakers in session. When someone has sent a message, for instance, Nina has now sent me a message, I can click on the 3 dots on the right side of it and here I can either edit the question or you can share it. When you share a message, this means you respond to the message. At least this is the way it's shown. So as you can see, now my message is a comment on the message Nina sent. You can also like messages if you'd like. Next, we have the questions and answering section. In this section, you are able to directly interact and respond to questions from the audience they have posed textually. So for instance, Nina is going to ask a question now. When she places the question, this will be shown like this to you. You can click on the three dots on the right side of the question, and here you can choose between queuing it for live answering or requesting a public vote. When you request a public vote, all the other participants are able to upvote a question which they find most interesting. This could be useful to prioritize certain questions. When you queue it for live answering, you actually let the audience know that you are going to respond to this question in just a minute. You can also directly click on the message to textually answer it, or you can directly live answer it. Once you click on live answering, this pop-up will be shown to everyone in the audience with the question in there, so that they know which question is currently being answered. When you are done, you can click on stop. From there on, we have the screen sharing option. This is pretty straightforward. You can use it if you'd like. Then we have the whiteboard option. Once you click this, you are able to draw and write. And to close the whiteboard back up, you can click on the cross on the right upper side. From there on, we move to the content library. Inside the content library, you can add, for instance, YouTube videos, websites, or PDF files which you want to show to your audience. In order to do this, you first add them, of course, and then you can click on the eyeball, which will show you a quick preview, and once you click on show, the audience will be able to view your presentation. You can also create polls, and this is a very interesting function. This is also a very easy way to interact with your audience. You can first type your question or the name of the poll, for instance poll 1, and then you can add options. Once you have entered all the options and the name, you can also choose to allow multiple answers, and you can save it. It will then be shown inside this view. When you click on the three right dots, you can either share the results, edit group, or have other options. When you click on it, it will show the options again, and you can open the poll. When you open a poll, the audience is presented with this screen, and they can pick one or more choices depending on what you selected, and they can submit their choices. You can then also click on the three dots and share the results. This will share the results to the audience so they are able to see what the results are. Once you are done, click on the three right dots and you can unshare it. You can also see live what people answered. So for instance, if Nina answers, you are able to see what the answers were, but the audience isn't. That's only until you share the results. From there on, we have the live streaming option. Please don't worry about it. And the recording option will be taking care of this for you as well. Below that, we have the settings. Not important too. From there on, once you are done with your session, you can head back to the lobby, which means you leave the session